How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Saturday night, and just looking at some Bitcoin. I'm long on Bitcoin. Somewhere in this channel, around 11.4. A little high up in the channel, but the top of the channel actually is the 5.7, 550 area. We went as high as 11.7, 11.700, and we've been up there just recently too. So anyway, Bitcoin on the 1 hour. Starting to make an ascending triangle. Very bullish. So, I see this possibly breaking out. Back to the top of the trend line. Like so. Boom. Back to 11.5. We get a break resistance. And if we can break 11.500, that could become the new bottom. And I'll be happy with that for a weekend close. But I'd like to see us close above 11.5 on Sunday night on the weekly. Take a look at these weekly candles. Look at Bitcoin on the weekly. On the weekly, it looks very good on the weekly. On the weekly, Bitcoin looks very, very good. Yes, everything looks very good. Now check it on the weekly for real. No jokes aside. On the weekly, I see so many good things, but only on the weekly. No. Okay, check it out. Okay, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? David Lee. So what I see for Bitcoin is right now, just want to look at the weekly with everybody so they can take a breather. When in doubt, zoom out. So this is my prediction for Bitcoin here, and not too far in the near future. 24,945. Bitcoin will just be doing its thing. And that's not that huge. Think about as cryptocurrency goes, 122%. Right? And look what Bitcoin's done. It was sitting at basically the bottoms of the bottoms. It's already gone up more than that. If we take the bottom of that May, it's up 190%. See what I'm saying? And you guys don't think that we can go up 128 just to go to 24.5? Simple. Easy. We're halfway there. And it took a third of the way there. We're almost halfway there. And it took 217 days. Okay? So let's just say that we're accelerating slightly more into a bull run, which does create more FOMO, which speeds things up. But to be conservative, let's give it 180 days from now. 189 days. That would put us on April 21st at all-time highs. Okay? And that's what I'm just trying to stress. and show you guys. April 12th, something like that. So, very good chance. We saw this, right? Probably come up, come down, sideways, up, down, you know? And maybe somewhere there, maybe it's later, maybe it's earlier. So we have three scenarios. It goes up pretty fast. Here's three scenarios, guys. It goes up super fast, and we get there by like January, February. It doesn't. It goes up a medium, and we get there like May, like late March, May. Late March, early April. Third scenario, we get there in like, May, June, and then the fourth scenario is we bomb, and we know we don't get there at all. Yeah, exactly. Every time they print, I think it's like a flock. And I think like eventually we're going to have a huge flock to Bitcoin. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the stock to flow, Bitcoin stock to flow chart, but let's take a look at the Bitcoin stock to flow. So here's Bitcoin on the stock to flow, okay? And as you can see, these are the halvings. They come basically in the middle section. Doesn't really mark the halvings, but they were. You can see where they were. Here, like here's 2020's halving, and then the last halving was here in 2016, and then we have a pump. The halving comes like a little after the pump, right? Into the next year a little bit. So what happens with Bitcoin, okay? And what's happening, as you can see clearly, and it's the same thing each time, which is crazy. The stock to flow 10-day, okay, and the 453 begin to trend upwards. And you also have this flag, like here it was here. And these are little bull markets, okay? This is the 2017 bull market. Here was the 2013 bull market, and here Bitcoin had a little bull market in 2011. Each time they would fizzle out, come down, boom up, fizzle out, come down, turn red. The red. And they're saying that the red always seems to begin that move upwards. There's a better one than this too. They call it the stock to flow model. But the model, as you can see here, we come up, boom, we come up, we turn red. So we have our boom up. It's like pale blue, dark blue, gray, red. We come up, pale blue, dark blue, gray, red. And that turns into orange, which turns to yellow, which becomes into all-time highs, which they have marked on the stock to flow. And they actually have dates for it, as you can see. But they have us at 21,000 by May 21st. They have us at 86,000 on May 21st. May 10th of 2021. They have us here. And that's just simple math by the chart. And the price seems to go higher than that line. As you can see, here they called, 55,000. But Bitcoin went way above that. Back in 2017, it went. We all know it went. We can mark it there. They say here 19.6, as you can point it. So if it even does that, and here it also went above that line. Here the line says $166, but Bitcoin was well at 1,100. Crashed back down. What they're saying is it likes to stick to the stock to flow though. See, it like stays on this line pretty evenly. Whether it went up or came down to 3 or up to 20, it found a happy place somewhere in the middle, right? Which is around 10,000 now, right? And it flatlined here, and this is it, guys. You can see on the stock to flow, like, this is it. It's saying by December we're at 30,000. Right here, it's saying, like, look, it's calling it. It's calling it 42,000 by February, 87,000 by July, and then through the summer it's gonna flop around. It's saying 96 crack, and then by next spring now it's gonna say it's gonna go. So now you're gonna see. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna have your run up, and these are your bear markets. So this will be a bear market. This will be where Bitcoin wants to stay near, but it won't. So if we can compare it to last time, it's going to say Bitcoin should be at 55,000 for a long time. 55 to 66,000 to $5,000 during the bear market. But we all know that it went all the way down to 34, as well as going as high as 9, and then coming back even up to that 13 high. That high was about 13, something in the 13s that last June, July area. And then it crashed again, and then this is that fallout in March, and now we're back into that red area, about to move up, and this just looks like boom, right? We go up here, and so now once we hit all-time highs, which are going to be somewhere up here then, which look like 110,000. How much we went up here comparably? This says we were supposed to be at 5,000, and we quadrupled that to 20. Again, usually this line, see how parabolic, maybe it won't be as high, so maybe it'll be something more like this. If we're conservative and we times the 80 times 4, it's 320,000, right, dollars. But it could be well above 100,000, in my opinion, by July. The evens, it's saying, is 100. Just the simple even Steven is 100,000. Interesting, right? So just where it sits flat, 100,000. Never mind. So this will be the bear market, though. We'll see it probably go down. 30,000 will be the low. I think just like 10,000 to 3,000. And people will be calling for 30,000 when we're at 110, and everyone will be like, oh, you're out of your mind. And we'll see 30,000, and people will freak out, right? And we'll still be the people who bought Bitcoin well below 20,000 all the time. And so I still think you're early. I don't think it's late. I think 11,000 is a damn good price, in my opinion, and you don't want to miss out. So it's just something I am thinking about, and I don't stop accumulating Bitcoin. The stock to flow model really has never been wrong. It's only underappreciated the prediction every time, as you can see here clearly. Here it always overpeaks the prediction in the average period here when we have our fallout bottom. So remember that. And if we can compare the bottom, 7,200, but the bottom was 50% off, right? And here in the middle we're at $400, but the bottom was really 2. So it seems to be half. So if this is 95, you're looking at a bottom of like 40,000, right? Yeah, this is we're about to pop, guys. We're about to pop. We're right there on the RSI, making the double bottom like we did before. Look, double bottom on the RSI, pop. Here's that double bottom, pop. Here's the double bottom, pop. It's we're moving and grooving, right? Our next halving, and then we'll have a boom. So just remember that we go into these bear markets that last a good amount of time. The pump, look how long the pump was. Honestly, started to make its move in the spring, and it ended by January. Okay, so here it looks like we're gonna make our move kind of more like in December area, right? And we're gonna be pumping through the spring, and I think by next fall we're gonna fall into a bear market. You know, The bear market seems to begin, look, just like halfway through one of these blocks. So you hit your peak at the middle of this block, you end your peak here at this block. So see, so if we can do the same thing for 2020 and say that this would be the end of our peak here, see this? Actually, they give themselves a whole one, so maybe we get red, and it's possible we get to here, but the way it's saying is we're going to have a pretty sharper uptick here than we did before. Because here the red is bleeding into this block. Here it is. I don't know. And then, because that would say we would have to be around all-time highs at this peak section here of May 2021. This said we would be at all-time highs here around May of 2017, and we did not hit the all-time high till December. So this was off. This peak point was off. This one was exactly on. It was earlier in time. It just said we would be at 156, and we were clearly 10xing that prediction on the stock to flow point. But again, this is probably an average. This is a moving average type, so it's not supposed to be. But it's good to see how far away from the average we are, right? Yeah, they're not supposed to be exact anyway. So, but if we climb back up here, and we see here we're at 19.6 all the way, and we're a little after the time period. So it's a chance that like we end up being over here sometime at our all-time high, or maybe somewhere in October, September period, a little later. And we're definitely, maybe, possibly, it could be at, you know, I don't want to say $1 million, but $300,000, $380,000 for Bitcoin in about 16 months, 18 months from now. I'm probably just spewing ridiculous nonsense, but I think it's very possible. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I think it's a damn good possibility that we could see Bitcoin well above 100,000. No one knows exactly how far it's going to go, but well above 100,000. Let's check a Bitcoin on the 1 minute and just see how it's moving and grooving. Give me a 90 grand and I'm out. Right? So Bitcoin on the 1 minute looking like it's just either going to come up or down. If it comes down, it's the 342. So that's the idea, guys. Let's put a line here on that 1 minute. If Bitcoin breaks this line, it's very unbullish. It kind of just, it'll have to come back down here to 11,242, in my opinion. So if Bitcoin breaks this line, it comes back down to 11,242. If it breaks that line, then that's going to be whack. So here's my idea. I would like to see it rip up, but this is the 1 minute. So we're going to know within the next like 20 minutes to 40 minutes. So I got my eye on it. If we go to the 1 hour, I'm tracking it in basically an ascending triangle. We have three white, I think they call them like three white pillars or something. It's a very bullish pattern, to be honest. And we'll see. We do have some wick action on the top of them. Maybe look at the 15 minute. Yeah. We don't see any bearish divergence. Nothing. We're coming up into oversold eventually, but on the 1 hour, we're pretty good. And on the 4 hour, we're about to have a cross after multiple bearish sentiment. And that's a lot of green to have in the pink, in my opinion. You don't always get that much green in the pink. It's like, even though we were moving through a bearish period, that's what I like to see. To me, that's also bullish when, and that's, you know, we have bullish divergence on the MACD. Look, right? MACD is curving down, but the price is booming up. That tells me it's time to double down, baby. Let's go, baby. And look, we're on the 4 hour. They faked us out here. They faked us out here. 3 times the charm, baby. Right? How many more pain can we have on the 4 hour? Well, if this goes up, Bitcoin dominance might go up with it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. But I'm very bullish, as you can see on Bitcoin. We have the falling wedge on the RSI here. We have a little bit of the dominance, Bitcoin divergence there. Bullish divergence on Bitcoin. It should become Bitcoin divergence. We have bullish divergence on Bitcoin in the pink with the blue line finally curving. Let's take a zoom in. Yeah, the blue line is nice and curved. This is entry. I mean, you can't front run the idea it's going to cross any much. You could wait a little more, but what else can you do? Right? 1 hour already having a little bullishness. So that should bleed into the 4 hour. I'm bullish for Bitcoin tonight to get back over 11,500. Saturday night, right? They're going to wake up. It's going to be Sunday morning soon. It is Sunday morning actually already in Asia. ETH usually will pop sometime in the bull market. ETH would run with it. They would run together a lot. And look at ETH. It's about to run as well. I think they're going to run together. I mean, by the chart, they're about to both pop. So I think they're both going to pop. But this is the ETH USDT pair as well. The BTC pair won't do too well if it doesn't go up. It all depends on what pair you're in. If you're in the USDT pair, there's a high chance it goes up. It goes up. And, you know, just saying. So, a little bit of a double bottom on ETH coming up out of this wedge too. Look at ETH looking strong. Like, this is the time to long ETH. I think things are about to blow. Anything could happen. But I'm just looking at the charts. The chart says ETH is about to pop. A lot like Bitcoin, right? They look asymmetric, kind of, or together. They look together. So could DOT 100x? Could we see DOT at $300 a coin? And I think it very well could. And that was what I was wanting to discuss today and show you what I think and show you why. And we're going to dabble into the world of CoinMarketCap. So here we go. What do you guys think of DOT? Let me just show you what's going on with DOT. Now, with such a nicely high market cap sliding into number 8, with a market cap of $3.3 billion and volume of $190 million today, way below Chainlink at $710 million today, and a whole $1 billion below. But Chainlink slipping back into 7th place as Binance Coin continues to rumble, staking rewards for multiple coins. Binance Coin also burns tokens. They had a burn, I think today or yesterday, and they burned like $68 million worth of Binance Coin. Those burns are huge. I've been a holder of Binance Coin for years. The first time I ever bought Binance Coin is for $1. And I've sold it at $28 before. I've gotten in and out. Binance Coin is amazing. It's gone up to $48, I believe. But I'll show you now, back in the last bull run, you know, Litecoin was sitting in this position here, around similar areas, but it was like only $5 a coin. Okay. So I just want to take a look at Litecoin. And with Litecoin right now, having volume of 2.2, what is that, billion dollars today? Or million? It has to be million, but it looks like $1 billion. And $3 billion market cap? It traded its whole market cap today? 65 million Litecoin were traded today? Is that for real? 47,000 Litecoin in volume? Yeah, I mean, this is 458 million on Cardano, 190. Yeah, so wow. That's kind of weird. I mean, that's $2.2 billion was traded in Litecoin, guys, something's going on, right? And look at Litecoin stabilizing here after a drop with a double bottom. If you just look at the big picture from far away, double bottom here. I'm telling you right now, Litecoin at $47, screaming buy right now. Screaming buy. I hold like, I think it's like 70 Litecoin. Just a disclaimer. I don't know why. It's my old love. I bought it down at like $5 a few times. I bought it at $30, and I sold it in the last bull run, and it treated me so well that I just had to park some funds into Litecoin. Probably could have used them for other things. Probably could have traded them, but whatever. When the time comes, I'll sell that Litecoin, and I'm sure I'll be a happy man. So, just Litecoin, still sitting at number 10. The coin that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about Litecoin. Nobody. And I just want to chart it right now, too. We don't bring it up on my channel at all. And you know, nobody talks about it. Nobody, right? But look, $2.2 billion in volume today. You can't overlook that. You really can't. Like, Bitcoin traded 8 billion. Ethereum traded 10 billion. Tether 30 billion. We don't even need to get into that. XRP 1 bill. Half of the trading volume of Litecoin, right? Bitcoin Cash trading 2 billion. That's a big boy. I don't talk about Bitcoin Cash a lot. I like to trade it a lot during the bull market. A lot of times I'll go bullish on Bitcoin Cash. When Bitcoin rips, they rip together, they move together. And if Bitcoin goes up from, 10,000 to 12,000, and Bitcoin Cash sometimes will go from 250 to 500. So you'll 100x, or you'll go from 250 to 370 at least. You'll make at least, it's almost like a leverage token on Bitcoin. It's very similar to playing a leverage token on Bitcoin to the price. So like right now, Bitcoin's at 11,000. This is sitting at, 250. And I'm not saying you get that much of the move, 250 into 11,000, but you get, a lot bigger of a percentage of move. So we're going to look at Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash tonight. We're going to chart them, talk about them, but we're going to go back into the past here, okay? And we're going to look at what happened to Litecoin in the last bull run, and we'll see if that's possible for Polkadot. Now remember, Litecoin went, if you don't know, to $420. I think maybe $440 at one point. Talks of it hitting $440.50 on other exchanges. I don't think 500 was ever hit, but in the last bull run, we hit some amazing heights. So let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at Litecoin. You can always go to historical data here, and you can load a lifetime of a coin, all time, and just fly through its lifetime. It'll load for a second, take a bit, but they give you the data, man. It's a little skewed sometimes. Like I swear I saw it higher and lower, and you can see too, which is really pretty safe. If we scroll back and forth here, look at October, September, July. We had a few spikes, 68, right, 54. Looked like Litecoin was getting real bullish there, almost at $70. That was when I was like, wow. When I saw Litecoin getting back to 70, like that reminded me of October of 2017. So I was like, oh, that's, But for the safety of Litecoin, if you look at it, look, 44, 43, 42, 47, 53. This 47 region, like, look, 40, it's been there since May 10th, it was 47. It was May 2nd, it was 47. 44 on April 8th. You're looking in the 30s for a little bit. We had that nasty March dip. Of course, everything took a hit, but not too bad if you consider 47, it's evens. And then back into the 60s, the 70s, 50s. But look, 45 again here. What I'm trying to say is, and this was January of 2020 when this year began. And then throughout that other year, you're in the 50s and the 47 is just a damn good price. Like, you can see it. And then, of course, in July of 19, that summer, we're at 130, 190, just at some amazing places. And then back to January of 19. And then just accumulation phase when people didn't realize. But All the alts really took off back here. I'll show you where Litecoin really had a run. Had a mini run again here in 2018. But here's the bull run. In December, things just started to heat up. And just get yourself ready for this because it's insanity. Okay, so let me just show you, try to take you through the mind of a trader. I'm sitting here buying Litecoin for $30 in the summer. I'm telling people back in May and June, like, hey man, I'm telling them when it's $5 right here in March. I'm working in New York City. I got a job like right when February ended, around there. I start working this new job, and I'm telling people, hey, you guys got to look at this coin. Like, it's called Litecoin. It's only $5 a coin. Like, it's the cheapest coin on this Coinbase thing. And I'm talking about all March. I talk about the whole month. Like, anyone that will talk to me, I'm shilling this coin on them. I'm like, it's only $3, man. And I'm telling you, like, I'm just telling you, I saw these other ones go up. Like, and this is when I'd seen Ethereum go. It was like $9, and now at that point it was like, I think $80. You know, and I was like, so if, you know, the last one went from 9 to 80, like this one's probably going to go to $100 or for at least $40, I kept saying to them. And so March begins and it's still $4, right? And then March ends, and like you see at the end, last day of March, it goes up to $7 in a day. Look at that. That's damn near 100% if you think about it. That's 3 on 4. That's 75% gains in a day. And you're like, what? And you can see the volume. It goes from 8 million to 191. If that doesn't give you the chills. The market cap goes from 210 to $351 million. The market cap itself nearly doubles. So it goes up by 75%, as much as the price. and then you're at 191, right? And then it just $6 wavers, $7, and then you can just see, look at the market cap grow. People sell off, obviously, when you make that much in a night. Everyone sold off. You lost a huge amount of the volume, but that market cap stayed pretty strong and above the 300 millions, and continued to grow to $500 million. And look how many people just keep accumulating Litecoin, just buying Litecoin. You know. The silent killer, Litecoin, in a way, $10, $14, $15, $26. So look at March, April, May, you get in at $4. Let's just say you get in at $4 in like March 27th. Somehow you're lucky. That's kind of weird. March 27th on the 7th, 407, and 407, 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row. Whatever kind of data that is. But so you get on 407, March 27th. April 27th, you're up 3x. A month later, you're up 3x, dude. This is the kind of market it was, right? And you don't hold, say you sell, who knows, right? You don't sell, you're now up damn at 24. You're now up 6x damn near. During that day you were at 25. You decide to hold again one more month. And now in 3 months, even the day before that, you're at 44. You have 11x your investment, Litecoin, in 3 months. 1,100%, 11x. You keep holding. That month, nothing really goes on. You're at the same. You're evens. One more month, you're starting to see 50s now, right? You 62 the next day. Now you're in now for that $4, you 10x'd at $40. $60 is insanity, right? Let's think 4 into 60 is I was like 20 times 4 is like 30. It's like 28, right? Because 4 times 24, no, that's 80. No, it's not 20. It's like 18, 40. Yeah, it's about 18, 17. 17 would be 61. No, 17 would be 4 is 28, and 40 would be 68. 16 would be 64. So let's just say you 16 extra money at that point, right? Yeah, you 16x'd. 8 watch, hit the like, yeah. So you 64. Thank you, appreciate that, man. Hit the like if you can, guys. 64. And then, dude, 2 days later, you're coughing out 85. Come on, man. 92 even at one point. I remember there was this quick day in September where Litecoin had a huge spike. In Coinbase, it actually went to like 96, almost $100. I couldn't believe it. The market cap went to 1.3 billion. It just out of nowhere had this huge spike, and then it quieted down, went back into the 50s, and stayed there for a while. In November, and then right in November and December, it just started to grow again to a market cap of 5.6 billion, volume well above 200 million every day, till it finally started adding, $1 billion in volume a day, getting to a market cap of $6.7 billion, eventually eclipsing a market cap of $17 billion, and trading at its highest point maybe for $3.4 billion a day, or $7 billion a day, when it went up from $2 all the way to $3.42 in one day. And actually, this is subduing it. I saw it into the 400s. So their high, they say, is around 340, but I saw it into the 400s. I'm telling you, and I'm not lying. Here it says 375 on December 19th. It starts to keep going. It's 300 again, and stays in the hundreds. But I think its highest day that it ever traded, let's look for that, 375. That was, it's eclipse. That was insanity. That $4 less than a year ago would have made you so much money. And just Litecoin. And so a lot of people don't talk about it a lot. Like, Litecoin's not this, Litecoin, man. $19 billion, the market cap for Litecoin. Continued to dwindle, do its thing, stay into the hundreds, and then, of course, the bear market made it so very bearish. And $47 for Litecoin, I'm sticking to it, man. That is a deal of a century. People still love it. People still hold it. A market cap of $3 billion that can get all the way back to $18 billion. That's a 6x right there. That puts Litecoin at least back to about $300, $240 a coin. So let's just look at Polkadot now and see what Polkadot could do, right? In the comparison. Uncannily, Polkadot sitting at the same price we were just discussing. $3.97. $4. Is Polkadot the next Litecoin? Per se, not philosophically, like as if what they do utility wise, but it's coming. It's coming, but that's a great question. And when it does, it'll pump. But so let's look at Dot now. It's funny, there's my number, the 3 3s, 3. On October 16th, it was $3 billion market cap. So there's an easy chance, sitting where it is, compared to the bull market of Litecoin, the Dot could easily get to a market cap of $18 billion. Let's say $20 billion, because Litecoin's highest was like 19.6. So if the market cap of Dot was 20, that would 7x Dot to be a $28 coin, right? 7 times 4, $28 coin. So, in my opinion, that's very doable. Could Dot 100x? Could Dot go to hundreds of dollars then? I mean, Litecoin did it when it went to 18. So if you think about it, that won't actually make 100 point of sense, because when the market cap of Litecoin went to 19 million, we saw Litecoin go from absurd amounts. So 19 billion. So what if that? I mean, I guess you could say this could go to $300 a coin, because Litecoin did it too. So it could technically 100x at $300 a coin. That would, or 400, 100x, a little under, maybe 80x, right? 8 times 4 would be 240, 9 times 270. Because if you said 100x, it would be $400 a coin, or $390 a coin. Very, very possible. Very possible. Something just to keep in your thought process. The capabilities of that bull run, man. And you have to remember that, like, this is where we're coming out here, is here. So kind of scary, but is this hump, are these two humps right here, just working our way out? Or we not even see those? Are we getting like some bigger humps here before our really big moves? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard. You go back in between these long-term plays. So I'm still in Balancer, up $14. Amazing. Holding down $8 in Band, down $24 in Bitcoin. I got in at $11,411, $11,411, $11,411. Very interesting. And Link, I'm still in, down $16, and I'm still holding 2 dock positions that are under the water pretty hard. 170, 161. It's just how it is. And there's a long-term hot position that I just don't really care about. Put $100 in October, and I'm just gonna ride that out to the ground or all the way to the moon. I think once we hit all-time highs in many coins, that coin, it's at like 4 or 5 Satoshi. It's the smallest coin in the whole market. So I figured you put $100 in the smallest coin on the market and you forget about it. And one day that $100 could easily be like 1,000, 5,000. Who knows? I'll be happy with whatever it could be. And that's just one of those funny trades that I just feel like I have to have included in my whole schematic. So that's where I stand today with what's happening. I like DOT where it is right now. It's in the falling wedge. Looks like it's about to pop. Actually is popping. Just crossed. Had a green. Starting to move. Let's check it on the 1 hour because this is looking kind of juicy. Now, you can see we had our bullish divergence, exaggerated bullish, because the price was staying pretty flatlined with a very slight decline, but pretty flat. And then it decided it was gonna, and then the RSI was not playing that way. It was going up. Told you that the price would probably break out, which DOT did. Now DOT's starting to make its move. We see the moving averages curving up as well. Let's see on the 30, we see the 20 did cross the 15. So see what I'm doing is going back in time, seeing what happened. We see that all these are coming. We're going to see what's called the golden cross. Look at DOT just making a big move for us right there on the 1 minute. Taking a look at DOT, it's like speak of the DOT as I'm talking about. Now, we all know psychological support and resistance here has been this area for DOT. And you can see it was right here. We peaked above it, couldn't get through it. Once, two, this will be the 3rd time. Great that I get to point this out right now. So up here, and now look at DOT. Can it break resistance at $4? It's kind of a big deal. To me, once it breaks $4, it's so funny that DOT starts moving right now. And look, there it gets rejected. Usually we have 2 hills, so where's the second hill? We're going to come back up for more. And either that's going to go above it and create bearish divergence, or it's going to go up with less. You'll see. So we have 2 options that are going to occur. And you can basically, we live in a system of geometrics. We're either going down or up or down. So there we go. We keep moving. There's a chance we break resistance here at $4. If we do, it's going to be hard for me not to want to buy some DOT. But we are oversold on the 1 minute. The buy was definitely down here at 396, 390 area. And can we see any divergence on the 1 minute? We're going to try to look at that to see if we could find it. No, very slight. Oh yeah, we got a new indicator we added, everybody. And let me show you that. Marlon, awesome dude, really cool guy. He's always posting and showing cool stuff. And he said, hey man, I got this cool indicator that will just show you the divergences for you. Like, you won't have to think. And it's just literally called the Divergence Indicator. I put it in my favorites, Divergence Indicator. And you just click on it, and there it is. And it's going to basically, I've seen a few that it didn't pull off, but it's basically going to show you where the divergence is. Put a line and label it bear for you or bull, or it's pretty cool. Well, Bitcoin did that. Bitcoin took the whole world with it. That's why DOT boomed up. It wasn't just DOT. I bet if you look at any coin now, you're going to see, oh, there's some green, there's some green. There's a pump, there's a pump. Band just took a, Band's going to pump now. So look at my whole portfolio probably. Let's see if it flipped green on us. Going to do what it's supposed to do. No, we didn't get amazing, but Bitcoin only down $17 now. It looks like I'm about to possibly get back into the money, holding that position. So we're getting a pump now. Just as I said we're going to pump, right? And of course we pump. I didn't think we were going to pump right now on the live stream, though. It's pretty cool. I got to catch the Bitcoin pump. Probably might drive people into the stream, you know? Wow, it's still pumping pretty hard. Bitcoin breaking resistance, my line of resistance right there. That's huge. We want to see it get back into this 11,400 range. Really important for Bitcoin. It's funny, man. I think we're going to the moon, man. I mean, at least up here. This is my target. My temporary target. There's multiple targets, but my temporary target is here. We just broke resistance, so we should go up 1.4% up to 558 if anyone wants to play a levy trade on that. That's my idea. I'm sticking to it. Band at 615. Look at band with multiple hits here at resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So band needs to break 616. If it does, then we can get back up here. Had a funny time over here at 619. See, hard resistance in this area. The main area is here, but let's look at band for just where it's worth on that 1 minute. It's in a bull pennant, so it's bearish if it doesn't make it out of this in a bullish manner by breaking out. If it falls, it's either going to fall out or fall into the pattern again. So far breaking out, but you can clearly see it did it twice with a fake out, came back into the pattern. Seeing what will go on for band right now. It really needs to break resistance here at 616. If band keeps pumping, that's great. It's basically up to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin moves past, so basically 616 is Bitcoin's 11,400, as you guys can see. So if Bitcoin can't break 11,400, it looks like band can't break 616. That's where it likes to couple with Bitcoin on the USDT pair. You can see this a lot on a lot of these different USDT pairs a lot too. It's pretty interesting. So BLZ has been making some moves lately, if anyone's noticed. Huge wick up. Look at that. Shadeology. Amazing. Hit the like for a double pump. To me, this is like a bull flag breaking down. Falling out on AVAX. Atom 546. Look at Atom coiling up on the 1 minute. Looks like it may want to do some damage with the rest of the crew. If it can keep moving and breaking out with this momentum, get to the top. 560 all the way to 550, 546 to 550. Uni's going to move with the crowd, right? 305. Uni had a little bit of a pump today. Yeah, you're right. It's been going up since the 17th. Since earlier to this morning. It had a double bottom there. Look at it. Boom, boom. We can probably see this doesn't spot the divergence, but let's see if it's there. I think it's there. So don't go by everything this divergence indicator does, but let's just see, because see the beginning of the pump was right around here, right? This was it, if you could have caught that. And see, there's the divergence, but it doesn't, this thing doesn't pick it up, but it's clearly right here. So don't use that thinking that you don't have to do the work again, because there it is. Unless you just want to use Market Cipher, because watch, if you go to Market Cipher, we're going to see our green dot right here. Boom, there it is. And that's how you know. The green dot is telling you where the divergence, we figured it out. I back engineered Market Cipher basically by just doing so much chart work. So it's up to you whether you want to ride automatic or manual, but either way you're going to see the deal. And there's your entry right there on Market Cipher. Even on the 1 minute, it's there for you. And then it gives you a second entry here to double down on if you weren't happy with the first. Gives you a third one here. Keeps giving you the local bottoms. It's giving us a third one right here. So that usually tells you it's time to get in again for Uni. There's your green dot. And the green dots seem to have some space between them. Let's see this the move from the green dots. So here's a green dot. Told you get around in the space. Only 1 or 2%. So these are small scalpies. So let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour gave us a green dot, but where? It's probably early on in the move. Yeah, somewhere here, down at 295. Told you that was a good time to get in on a green dot. Last green dot you had was back here at 257, and Uni went all the way to 356. And then let's see if the other one played out here. You had another green dot right around here, which would have put you at the bottom at 365, and Uni did end up pumping all the way to $4, even higher at 487. No, 415. I think that's the highest it went, 420 area. But still, that's a good. Those are all good moves, and usually you get a little more than they're showing you. So on the 4 hour, it's telling you it's a hot move. On the 1 hour, it's also you got your divergence here and your green dot. So it really wanted you to get in on the divergence. That's really where it tries to put that point in. Right here, 295. But that also tells you there's strong support. Wherever the divergence played out, it does give support. So there's a big chance that this is a good spot to scoop Uni at $3.06. Feeling there's a change in trend, a double bottom forming as well on the 1 hour. I'm getting bullish on Uni. I'm getting bullish on the whole market, but that's usually when things can go bad, right? But I'm getting bullish on the whole market. Double bottom here on Uni. This would really be a good entry. Either it breaks down, you could put a stop loss like right around here, because that would negate. You could even maybe bring this down a little bit. We'll bring it down a little bit, but so if you got in right now, you put a stop loss here. It's not buying the bottom of the bottom, which would have been far better, because now you could be in profit and at least you'd be at break even. So there's definitely a high probability Bitcoin pulls back and you definitely get hurt. So remember that. But there seems to be some support here, right here at this region. Boom. So if you put your stop loss at, let's just say even below the pattern at 3.5 to 3.7%, to me that's fair. And then we can see if Uni's just going to continue on this downtrend, like it's in here, which is possible, or is it going to break out? And let's look at the 4 hour. We haven't a cross, but it looks like we don't have a lot of momentum and not a lot of volume too. So that worries me. It might be going sideways for a little while. You know? Might be going sideways. Interesting. Made me hesitant. I was about to get in and now I'm just like, almost going looking almost just like Uni, but looking a little healthier on the MACD. We do have our bottom here, and we also have divergence on the 4 hour. Bullish divergence right here, guys, which would tell you that this is where you want to get in. Even right here on this third hump, that's really where you want to get in. So wow, almost go telling you it's time to blow. And if we bust out of that, we should gap up, because we did it earlier here. We almost did it there. So there's a gap up of 28%. Again, coming for almost go. I feel like it's on a new uptrend. Let me show you. It's on this new, which is a broadening wedge, which is actually a pretty bullish pattern. It should come back up to the pattern too, which is another place in confluence right here with support, support and resistance right around here. So this is another place for almost go. Bitcoin goes and plays well, finds a happy place somewhere in the 11.8 to 12,000 region and reshapes itself. This is the place, man. We're seeing a divergence right there. We always say, oh, there it is. I wish I got in. And like, there it is right there. Like, there's our entry. It's kind of screaming in the face for us there. 4 hour looks nice too. Maybe you put 325 entry, see if you can get the bottom. But I'm liking that. I'm liking this right now. I'm liking OMG. Double bottom with a cross as well. Double bottom. You know, it's got all the right tones. You know? Looks good. The last time this happened and you took advantage of it, the OMG paid you well. So I think I'm going to heed my own advice right now and trade me a little OMG. I'm just gonna, I'm in BUSD, which is, it's just kind of bothering me a little bit. So I want to smart sell it into Tether. Into Tether, dude. I want to get me some Tether, guys. And I'm going to buy me some OMG, man, because it's on the bottom trend line of this trend line as well. After breaking down of a pop with a fall down, another pop and a fall down, I just feel like another pop is coming on this puppy. The chart's looking really ripe too. Bitcoin's looking bullish to me. Things just look right to me at the moment. And I'm going to take my shot on OMG, man. Again, I'm like having issues when I sell guys, I have issues selling BUSD. Look, I have a position in BUSD. I swear I hit smart sell. Now it's saying buy or whatever. It's just like, now I'm gonna have to close at market price and pay a fee and market sell these, but I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? It just, I thought I hit market smart sell it. So weird. It says I lost $1.70 closing at a market price. Whatevs. All right. OMG, man. On the divergence. Go big or go home, right? We played divergence for the last 4 days. It's everything we ever dreamed. Before we go into this trade, we're going to look at the Bitcoin Dominito. And see what's going on. So that looks like it's about to break out of an ascending triangle, as you can see I have here. And it's starting to coil up as well. And there's momentum here in the 4 hour kind of falling off into the pink. So makes me not want to trade OMG. But with dominance going up and Bitcoin going up, will it still drag OMG up? That's interesting. USDT pairs should go up somewhat if Bitcoin makes a big enough move. But I'm nervous. That is kind of something to watch. The daily says we're about to roll over though. And we're done. So we're not going to make it out of this alive. We could also try to turn this into a rising wedge to make ourselves feel a little better. And say that this is going to break out like it always does. So this is also possible. Boom, boom. And it's hitting the bottom. It's about to fall. The 4 hour looks like it could just keep falling though. It could get worse here in the bearish momentum. So we got to watch that. This is going to depend on the whole trade, honestly. So it's like the riskiest trade. I have to it's like being Slick Willy over here trying to make this trade. So I wanted to go in for 4,000 just because I really felt the trade. But now I feel like I have to just go in for a little less. which is weird, but it's just how I feel about the trade now. BTC up. People are starting to get into that. That's being pushed. Look at BTC up being pushed here as a signal. It's got to tell you something. USDT Bitcoin's being pushed as a signal. That's good when you have a fat position like me in Bitcoin and you're seeing getting pushed as a signal. That makes you happy. Sounds right. Sounds pretty dope. Again, those signals don't mean much. I don't listen to them, but I'm sure newbies take them. I'm sure newbies get in there. Stellar looking ripe. You can see, let me just show you Stellar on like a grand scheme of things. Cup and handle. Cup, handle, boom. On its way. It breaks this resistance, it's gone. It breaks 8, it's done. And look, this is it. This is like a holdback area for it right here. This 8, 9, 8 region, and then it's gone. It breaks and it's out. So that's something to watch. And it's been sitting here in this area, really accumulating. I think Stellar's about to pop, man. I already did have a nice pop, but I think there's more. I think there's definitely more coming. The chart says there's more coming, not me thinking there's more. Is Sand time to buy, right? Is Sand ready to scoop up, all damaged and wounded, trying to lick its wounds? But if we look at OMC Go on the 3-minute as well, which I like to see, just get an idea. 5-minute. I see a big boy head and shoulder here, which is about to pop. And it gives us a target. It gives us a nice plump Thanksgiving turkey target. Right above here, dude. .2%. Gotta love the 5-minute chart. But that begins the move, man. That's telling me that there's a inverted head and shoulders here, which is bullish. Very bullish. But we all know that 4 hours is about to do its thing with the divergence. 326 is the buy zone. 320 to 326 is the buy zone for OMC Go. The train is about to leave the station. I repeat, the train is about to leave the station. Please pack your belongings and get ready. Make sure all children are properly buckled and ready for the ride. OMC Go is ready for a blast off in the next couple days. 2200 on OMC Go. 5% stop loss. We're risking $110. 310, 326. Very risky. Very risky trade. Don't do this at home, my friends. Don't do this at home. Bullish divergence, 4 hour. Very strong. Like bull. Breakout. Again, I have a system that I trade. It's in the falling wedge. It's pink coming with the blue line curving. We also have divergence. I also have the moving average starting to curl up. When I looked to the further one on the hour, I saw that it was already crossing. The 30-minute, it had definitely crossed. I saw bullish momentum happening all around. I also see a bigger trend forming here that it's starting to respect. That makes me confident that this is going to be some level of support for me for OMC Go. And that's my word, and I'm sticking to it. Unless it's going to make a horrible thing I just saw, which is actually the worst. Which makes me think I should close the trade right away. I do see a giant head and shoulders, guys, that I just overlooked. Look. We could also say this was the double top that played out already. Brought us down here, and then we bounced up, and now we're making a new life. But it's very possible that is a giant head and shoulder. And that would tell us that we're coming all the way back down here to a bean. But is that possible? Hey, remember I said it and then you see it happen. But so just something to think about. I hope not. I hope we bounce off this trend line. So that's another reason. Stop loss should be at 310, 311. You know, doesn't have to be any lower than that, because if that begins to happen, I think that negates the trade. So OMC Go, taking a niblet, taking a little nibbly. And Stellar, man, breaking 8 and starting to flag. It just doesn't want to stop. Acting very bullish, so remember that. I got into Stellar late last night, and I usually don't chase those candles like that. I was just making a buy for like a long-term purchase to kind of get back in, because I don't want to get at 9. I sold at 9, so I just feel like out of respect for myself, I have to get back in under 9 if I want to get back in. I have a long love affair with Stellar, so I kind of want to keep it going. I don't want to lose my baby, my sweet baby, you know. Nice call, my friend. Nice job. I made you a shack. Now go out there and hunt minnows and get some giant sea bass on your plate, kid. To the moon. Musa to the moon. To the moon, Musa to the moon, baby. Is Wi-Fi ready yet? More divergence. There is bullish divergence on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, fully confirmed now on a large scale. Moving up while it's moving down. There it goes. So there was your buy at 13.22. You should be selling right now at 14.3. And so an XRP guy, I love, as an XRP guy, I love its little brother, XLM. It's hard not to, even with the bad taste of Jeb McCaleb in your mouth. But, hey, I'm the same way. It's like, hey, how could I hate on you, baby cake? Double bottom here. These are so bullish, these things. They wrap you up. A little bit of divergence. Because this is like, they're not really, I mean, they're moving together, but not like boom, shakalaka, right? Again, that was the play a couple hours ago. So this was the play today, 6% gains. And you never know. Now it's at previous resistance. If I can break that, it can get right back up to here for a nice 10% gain. So, set an alert on this line. And if it goes off, you'll be like me and try to buy into it like a fool. No, I'm just joking. But it's possible that we could get a nice pump out of that, honestly. But look for quick rejection at this level. So, again, not the happiest of times with the dominance looming. And Bitcoin just sitting around. Did a nice little pump. Yeah, Wi-Fi will get you, man. It's like a stock. Like, they're both Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi. They're like playing slot machines, dude. There's something about them. They're alluring. You want them so bad. When you hit them hard. But when you don't get them, they just drag you down and they hurt. And it's like they whip you. It's like a slow, horrible beating, you know? Like an SRM, honestly. It's looking like it hits bottom here. We can see big time divergence, like really big. Like obvious. It's like screaming. It's like, look at me. I want everyone to notice how diverged I am. Look at that. Like just huge. With overselling. Just like very apparent. Like, hey, like they were waving at someone. Like, when I do this, it's time to buy. I'll let you know, guys. You know? What if they ever speak in code like that? Leet speak? If that has anything to do with chart speak or something. Maybe there's chart speak going on. Not much divergence. Things going well. But off the bottom of the trend line now. Forming in this channel. Starting to make a higher high from this low. Didn't come down from here. So you do need to see, is it making a cup? Starting to make the bottom of a cup with a double bottom. Pump on the 1 minute for SRM. This is possible here, or for Bitcoin. You're probably talking about Bitcoin, right? Let's look at Ocean. What up, Jesse? I wanted to look at Link doing a little bit of funny business about the pump. Link doing its thing. Link pumping right now. This would be a nice time to get it right here. This is where you would get into the pump. Honestly, swear on my bejeezies, because it broke out. And then if it breaks this line, it's good to go, dude. Breaks this line, it's gonna have a nice little night. I think we might start seeing a pump tonight, guys. What up, who knew? Yeah, we heavy. If everyone's following me, I got my biggest trade here is $5,700 in Bitcoin. So everything else $750 in ball. Ball starting to move, guys. My bow call here at 1547. We'll take a look at balancer, but I think I hit the bottom. I think I called the bottom on that. I really think I did, but we'll see. We'll find out. You never know. What's up, who knew, man? Thanks for jumping in. Really appreciate that. Respect this guy so much, guys. He's a really honorable, quiet, honest dude. That's what I feel, from the internet. You never know who someone is. He could be a loud guy in real life, but on the internet, he's chill and honorable. Yeah. And so, and he's giving me some good trades in the back end. Is it time to get back into cake? Was the 53 bottom it for cake? Does cake want to move again? Where is cake going? Ask who knew, man. Who knew will tell you. But look at cake retracing all the way down to the 886, even with a wick down 100% retrace to 50. That looked like the place you want to get cake. Oversold down here. Are we going to see some divergence? Let's wait for it. If not, let's see it battle maybe back up to the 706 and maybe get some cake. See what's going on. How would who knew play cake? We don't know. Bitcoin about to move, says cake, says my who knew dude. And I think it could. Look, it's battling this line now, guys. Let's look at the 1 minute. Let's see exactly what happened. So it broke out on the 1 minute, which some could say it's a retest. And here it is. If it breaks this line now, Bitcoin's going to move. So let's see. Right now we're going to watch in real time. Bitcoin moving live and direct. Here, folks, the Bitcoin show. Let's zoom into these 1 minute candles as if they were everything in life. And just watch Bitcoin. You guys have popcorn? Anyone have some popcorn? You got rejected, guys. I don't like to see that. Nice little rejection, too. Didn't even get totally up to support. It really doesn't want to break 11.4, man. And I'm telling you, that's going to be band 616. Actually, look at band now at 615. So band 616 is Bitcoin's 11,400. You guys see that and start making these weird, weary connections. I even got rejected here on balancer. But let's just see it. My balancer, I got into balancer right around here. Basically thinking that, you know what? At 1343. So right here at this stage of the game. The second low, the second higher high off of bullish divergence that I felt was coming. And you can see it. It's a swing low to this swing high matching this swing low, which got me into balancer right here. So basically the safe play is to make sure that the divergence plays out, comes back, retests some type of support, and makes a second higher high. And boom. Boom. And now we go. Yep, got rejected. See? You go back to the 1 minute. Got nicely rejected by 11,400 there. Will it make a double bottom here? Is that what it's trying to do? Getting ready for a nice little pump. Let's see. So now you hold this line and you're like, if this doesn't hold, bearish, right? If it doesn't hold, what you're forming now is one of these. And this is like chess, guys. And you're ready for anything. So it's forming this, and it's forming a falling wedge. So it's either going to bounce here, double bottom, form a falling wedge. To me, it looks like the falling wedge. Why? Because it looks like we have more room to go for RSI to get down. And it looks like we're going to hit the bottom of the trend line here. So this is okay for alts, though. This is not bad for alts, in my opinion. Because this just shows Bitcoin's going to range. And if Bitcoin's going to range between 11.3 and 11.4 and we're going to get comfortable, we just need people to get comfortable with that. Once they get comfortable, everything's going to fall into place. It really will. But Balancer looking all right. You know, only up 2.38%, but you know what? I'm squeezing something out of something. And that's the point, right? BNB on a tear. Again, though, now we have bullish divergence. Bearish divergence. Remember that. We have swing low here on the RSI. Well, we have a swing high. I would tell you it's a good time to sell. Even on the 1 minute, it tends to begin a new trend that you don't want to see. But did we see it here? We saw a little bit of divergence here that this was defied, though. Wasn't completely bearish, though. It was like exaggerated. It's almost exaggerated. Yeah, but it's still slightly bearish divergence. That just so see there, it didn't play out. Eventually played out here, but continued to go up again for some more. So wow, telling you, man, BNB has always been a nice play recently. Feel like it's gonna retrace again. It will come back to maybe 29, but BNB up, dude. We missed it. Someone's got to remind me, Sam. Stay on. Look at BNB up. I had it drawn right here with the entry. I was in and I sold somewhere around here. Somewhere around 29. BNB up. No, at when I was in BNB spot and I sold around 29. So, but wow, man. This would have been an amazing run if you bought just a breakout here. 28% gains out of BNB up and more. And then you can see too, if you guys can always see, you can shape it. Just be open-minded, but there's the bearish divergence as well. Swing high to swing high. And we go to that RSI and it swings down, man. Just keep studying this, guys, until you can see it all the time. And look, that's time to sell. And boom, someone else thought it was time to sell too, because Tank City, right? Why would you want to ride a stock up and then lose 10% of your 30% because you weren't unable to read divergences? And if you go back to the 30-minute, it'll be even more apparent. And the 15-minute, you'll see it too. And you'll even see it on the 5. And then you'll see it on the 1. And the 1 will tell you it's time to go, guys. You'll be right here focused in on the 1. I'll show you how it works. So once you're in a trade and you're ready to get out, it's good to get to that 1 minute to exit. And you would have been able to see this divergence play out right in front of you in real time. And if you didn't sell up here, or if you didn't sell right here at this first pot because you would have been very oversold, and there's already, then you definitely sell up here. Because then you have your swing high to your swing high. This is your mini bullish divergence that you can't see, but you can see it on the 1 minute. And then you even have, look at, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes to get out and still not lose a lot. You go from 24 to 23. So you even have time for it to be confirmed on the 1 minute. The 1 minute gives you some room to breathe, man. So you can make decisions without having to freak out. You can be like, okay, there's a divergence. I think it's time to sell. I mean, sometimes you don't look 1 minute, 2 minute, it fell. So you got to be careful, but there it is for you. That's something to think about. BNB up. Keep it on your radar. A little big of a double bottom there too. Let's look at that. Where is that? Okay, that's way later. Yeah, and a very bullish pattern, even a big bullish pattern. It's in a huge asymmetrical triangle. Some huge gains coming out of this puppy. You ride these coins through the bull markets, man. BNB will be an amazing coin. $300 coin, easy. 10x is simple for this. Short-term gains up to $32 though. From where we're at now, at 22, this is just BNB up. We hold this through a bull market. But yeah, some gains coming, man. More, 22% more. A bigger pattern. Atom at 546. This could be your time to get into Atom. The divergence seems to be done. RSI kind of telling you it's a wrap. Starting to flatline. And while the price is flat, which is exaggerated, we have the RSI going up, which is called exaggerated bullish divergence. Look for the white line, hopefully to curve and not cross anymore. On the 1 hour, it actually seems like it's coming up and starting to make moves up. The 1 hour is also coiling. It's a bit of a, I feel like a bit of a pennant here. It is a bear pennant, but it's a pennant nonetheless. And it's at the bottom of this. I think that's accumulation time for Atom. They all just look textbook. And the 4 hour about to cross with these double bottoms. Looking really nice. It's everything in my checklist. Bearish pattern, bullish pattern, which is 68% chance of break to the upside. And then how you get your target, you bring it over here and swing this up to here, and you match it. And there's your target. %13 gains coming out of Atom, back to 621, 622. You have declining volume with declining price, with a few exceptions to the rule, which tells you there's a reversal coming. You have bullish divergence, somewhat exaggerated bullish divergence on this green line. As you can see, price is kind of flat there, but the RSI is moving up, where it looks like this could be the breakout, almost somewhat of a double bottom, even though you can't see double bottom. It's there. Double bottom on the RSI as well. Large double bottom pattern on the MACD. And then, yeah, curve coming. Looks like we're about to cross with the pink. Says everything that I like to create, and it's one of my favorite coins to trade. Atom. So, gotta watch your Bitcoin, gotta watch your moves, but something to think about is Atom right here laid out for you on a platter. Looking really nice. Put a stop loss very, very, very close to the bone. Like 2.78%. And you're either right or you're wrong. And if you're right, you're gonna make 13%. If you're wrong, you're gonna lose 2.7. So there's a nice 4-to-1 risk reward ratio sitting there for you. And that's about risk management. You gotta know your risk reward ratio. If the risk reward ratio for the trade doesn't fit, you can't trade it. And that's why you need to trade the bottom of the trend line. Because the bottom of the trend line or the divergence, and here, this is even the bottom of the trend line of this pattern, we could say. And that's why you have to trade those, because when you trade those, you can do a smaller stop loss because you're closer to the bone of where the price likes to bounce. And that gives you're playing an edge. You're playing from a place of strength, right? A place of power. Also, if you find divergences, you're playing from a place of power. You're playing from a place where other people may not know or see, and this could help you. So that's just something I'm thinking about. And it's kind of goes through the whole checklist, as well as having the volume falling down as well as support and resistance. As this was previous resistance right here and right here, as well as back here and here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Now we're bouncing there again. Here we also were resisted here. So this is a line in the sand, 545, 546 for Atom. It's a place where it definitely has some strong support. And yeah, it's also beginning an uptrend that it's been in ever since it bottomed here at 379. And you can clearly see the divergence marked your place to get into the bottom. And that's why wherever there's this exaggerated divergence, these are the bottoms that occur. And you can clearly see this is what Market Cipher is using to create these green dots. Let's go take a look over at Market Cipher to see what we have and what it gives us. Now, Market Cipher giving us the green dot as well with the divergence. So we knew that would happen because that's how good of traders we are. Now we're back here. We have a small wave going into a big wave. Interesting. Not the most bullish scenario. We don't have the divergence like we have here. This even called it. Look, we had a green dot and a big of a line here. And boom, price shot up really hard. So something to look at. On the 1 hour, do we have a green dot? Nothing. Last green dot we had was around here. Usually sometimes you fall a little down and then keep moving, so it's never too wrong. It called this bottom here for sure, both green dots on these. It called this little bottom here. So Green line's starting to get slippery. Looks like we're in the money line. No, we're leaving the... Yeah, see, this is a good time to buy as well. You want to buy, I'll show you why. Let me show you something here. Show you something that I like. So we have the red, and then it turns into the green, which is like your highest place to buy or sell. The highest point was around this area. So you do want to buy at the end of this red, and we're getting towards the end of the red in what's called the money line. See how this is red, and when it's thick with money, it's green. I think we're in for a nice move for Adam based on this money line idea here. I think 540 might be it, 535 at the very least. I think that could be it for Adam. 616 back up. Is Bitcoin doing its thing? 11375. And Bitcoin continues its tear. I'm long, man, and I'm sticking to it. I got my money where my mouth is. I'm not BSing like these other traders. Showing you what's up every day, guys. Sticking to that 4 hour on Bitcoin. Holding me down. It can flip and flop between 350, 300, and 400. As long as when it's time to go, it's time to go. And when this line crosses, Bitcoin does what it's supposed to do. So let's see it. Let's see it, Mr. Biddy. So look, it is falling down this wedge, which is pretty cool. I switched to Hikanashi candles, which are nicer to see. They're so much cooler to look at, right, than these candles. Hikanashi basically show you. They just split the red down. Like when red is red and green, it's either you're going up or you're going down. When you're an uptrend or a downtrend, it splits the trend a little better for me, honestly. I like looking at them better. They're more obvious. I want to see if they change the RSI at all, though, on me. But look at that. It looks like we're about to pop, too. One more wave, we can start getting some bullish divergence. When we see the bullish divergence, that's when you know. And that's going to be a lower bottom than this bottom here in the 1 minute. And that tells you the 1 minute is starting a trend. It started it on the 17th at about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Right now, it's 10 hours ago. It started this trend. Look, it bottomed at 306, came back down to a bottom at 326, came back to a bottom at 334, bottomed at 341, bottomed at 347, now bottomed at 371. Now it's the test of time. 371. Make sure it doesn't hit this bottom here, 347. You see in the next few hours, you don't see Bitcoin below 360, 370. It's going to be a bullish sign. It's going to say that it's beginning this pretty decent trend that it started. And it's actually been in this trend ever since. It's an even longer trend, you can see, ever since it came here. And fell down to 11,226 just yesterday. So it's been in an uptrend. Look, higher low. Even there it matched higher low, 11,306, and then back to where we're starting. So if we measure that move, it's been 1 day and 18 hours and 36 minutes, or 1 day and 16 hours and 48 minutes that Bitcoin has been clearly in an uptrend. And this is what I'm saying, guys. This is the big picture, in my opinion. It's a giant bull flag that Bitcoin is just in a giant ascending triangle as Bitcoin just continues to move with higher highs, higher lows. To me, it's on the way up. I'm very, very bullish. The last time I was bullish, I was right. And I wasn't bullish again until now. Till a few days ago when I opened up the trade for 5,700. So, just remember that. Maybe my trading instinct is kicking in. So there's your bearish divergence on BNB. Like I said, always sell there, and there it goes. Soon it'll be oversold. It'll be a perfect buy again. And you can get the buy pump back up if you'd like to be an animalistic trader like that. A true savage, as they say. Cody, doing really well on the 1 minute. Would have been a nice scalp already. Let's see what you could have gotten on that. I went in for 10K on the any divergence? No. Would have been a perfect trade, or too easy to catch. 2%, yeah. Doing well though. DOT crossing that $4 region, that was huge for it. I really said it had to break that, and look, it did. Boom. Now it's doing some cool stuff. Actually went all the way to 403, came back down. Looks like it's forming though a rising wedge, guys, right? 68% chance to break to the downside. But if it breaks out, 32% chance. This would be where you want to keep continuing to buy right now, because we're at the bottom of the trend line. And are you going to end up getting a little bit of hidden bullish divergence? Very slight, but it's there because that angle is far more angled than the other angle. So to me, it is hidden bullish divergence. Telling you that the trend will continue, and you're also at the bottom of the pattern. So 401, nice entry for DOT right now on the 1 minute to begin what could possibly be a nice little bull run for many, many altcoins in the next few days. I could see this is a time where people said, damn, I wish I bought a lot of altcoins that day. I think today might be that day. I don't know. It's very possible. Slight divergence starting to play out. Maybe, maybe not. Let's get down here to oversold for biddy. C366 are telling you that's that place. That's that low. We got wicked down to 366. I really think that's going to be... Ooh, came back down. Going to make us oversold. But anymore, we will keep falling out of the pattern, which worries me a little bit, I must admit. But as long as we don't hit this lower low here at 11,353, I think we're fine. Because look, Bitcoin's been respecting these lines. It's coming down every once in a while. Like, it'll make a higher, like, see, here's a nice higher high. It'll disrespect that higher high, like, kind of like this. So we could claim that this is a fractal. Get out of here. We could claim that this may be somewhat of a fractal of that. Like, we had our high, and then we came down for a lower low. So we have our high, we came down for a lower low. But we're still forming like a big double bottom. Just not perfect. You know? Very bullish, though, on Bitcoin, man. I'm sticking to the bullishness. Sticking to it. I'm sticking to what the chart's showing me. The chart's telling me we got some bullishness ahead, man. Let's look at Core. Core is doing unreal. Just doing what, kind of following Bitcoin though, like perfectly. So it did cross all the way up there, 22 ETH. DIA is still sitting at 135, following in the steps of Bitcoin as well. So we had a bullish pump in a lot of these little coins here. Last 20 minutes, 30 minutes. 5% gains would have been a nice scalp on DIA. What's Doc doing? Doc doing some funky business. To me, Doc really wants more. They're just saying, okay, we've accumulated all the Doc. We're not going to let it go down anymore. This is a big bull flag for Doc. I think Doc's about to pop. Possible scalp city for Doc. Doing some weird stuff, though. Looks like it's a highly manipulated coin. %8 gains possible, though, even on that 1 minute. Word, man. That's what I'm doing, too. I like it. It's a my swing idea as well. So you're like my swing idea, do ya? Smart guy doing what I'm doing. So now you have the hidden bullish divergence confirmed. That's fine. That very well could be doing this. There's nothing wrong with that. Where it's at right there. Dot looking healthy. Now bouncing off the trend line like it should. Telling that 401 might be that nice little buy in the sand. There it is, the hidden bullish divergence playing out on Dot. After a double top down back to the trend line. Amazing how these things keep playing out. But OMG is going to be my little horse to ride. I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to let it ride. This little veil of mine. So CHR is still kind of flopping around. Doesn't seem to be my trade of the day. Can't place that. 4 hour. It was flagging though, okay. Flagging though. Interesting. Some more green back to the trend line, red back to the trend line, and then this thing could be ready to rock. 18% gains coming out of CHR still. Okay. A little bullish on this pattern. It's in an uptrend as well. I like to play the uptrend above all the moving averages, except for the 200. Everything else coming for it above the 21. Starting to make progress there. Sitting at the 21. Usually it likes to bounce off of that, or fall down a little bit. So that's something to think about. Possible entry here for CHR. BNB up. Cool. We'll check Bitcoin one more time, and I'm going to jump out. Hit that like button if you haven't already. 13. We should have 13 likes. Throw it up for the kid. Appreciate it. All right, Bitcoin dominance. Bottom of the trend line. Could be working its way back up, which it looks like it wants to. Some bearish momentum, not doing too well. Looks like we could get back into the bullish territory pretty fast. So that's something to think about. Look at Bitcoin dominance still playing games. Watch your altcoins. Look like Bitcoin could pump with some Bitcoin dominance pump as well. No rest for the weary on Bitcoin these days. These altcoins are the hardest things to trade in your life. Now Bitcoin, no divergence, but it seems like we bounced off the oversold territory and we just got across. So like I said before, I didn't see we get a lower low than the 366 as comparable to the other lows. We did it. Look for Bitcoin to continue this upward trend that it's been in for basically 2 days. And now the trend you can see is starting to get more of a parabolic. If that's not something that to make you a little more aware of what's happening with Bitcoin now, I don't know what to show you. But there it is. I mean, Bitcoin's starting to go somewhat parabolic, in my opinion, from these small little lows here, and then only a matter of time. Look at this. It's getting steeper, man. Here it was flat, 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 flat. We're getting a momentum curve here. Even if it's on the 1 minute, that's starting to make me think. Okay. Daily having a fallback though, saying that we're about to roll over, just something to think about. Look at all time frames, kind of question them. Looking very bullish in the daily, kind of flagging though. Maybe the daily will flag. So we'll have a big push up to 14K, 15K, and then we'll go sideways possibly. But something big is happening, man. Something big is coming for Bitcoin. I think we may wake up tomorrow morning with a big surprise. I don't know, though. Anything is possible. Either way, it could tank. It could tank. All right, man. OMC Go, man. Doing its thing. Claiming to be bullish. Let's go, OMC Go. Show me how bullish you can be. Break out and do me good tonight. Litecoin 47 flagging as well, just like Mr. Bitcoin. Doing even better than Mr. Bitcoin, honestly though. So look at little Litecoin, bottom of the trend line. I'm telling you, $47, man. That rings bells for me. I think that's going to be a beautiful price that people would, damn, I wish I got Litecoin at $47, man. Link, $10, $10, $12. Damn, I wish I got Link around 10 or 12 bucks, man. Sucks I didn't do that. I could see that happening. Hate to FOMO into you guys. I just remember what happened in the last bull run, and these are the things that I remember repeating about certain coins. And I'm seeing some similarities in those coins. This looks like it's about to rock. 1 minute scalp action. Ready to scalp city. Let's take a really good look. Do we have any divergence ready to play on us? Not yet, but this is looking juicy, man. Already had a little bit of a run up. We can take the length of the pole for targets. We can see what we could get out of a scalp on Chainlink right now. But something's telling me this is about to heat up with a lot of bullish. You know, there could be that idea where they're building up that bullish idea for everybody just to wreck you. 1.5% on that push. Let's see. A lot happening, a lot bubbling up. A lot bubbling up right now. Big things coming, for sure. What up, BS Swaps, Social Swap? What's going on, man? The Bob Costas of crypto. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I take that as a compliment. He seems like a nice dude. He's better than Joe Buck, I'll tell you that. Can't stand that guy. I mean, I love everybody. I shouldn't say that. I love everybody equally. But something about Joe Buck. And look, you can see Balancer too. As you can see why I'm into Balancer. I'm into uptrends, man. I like playing uptrends. And you can clearly see this has been on an uptrend. And it's been on an uptrend since one day, 3 hours and 22 minutes. No, one day and 2 hours. I mean, that's a nice day long uptrend. I'm just saying, to hold the trend up for an entire day, higher highs the entire day, higher lows the entire day, and going. So I like Balancer a lot. Got in at 1343. I believe I made some type of deal with the bullish divergence and said, what I saw was 1, we popped, 2, we popped, 3, we're going to pop. It just kind of was the basic science that I was playing on this. Like, we popped off the bearish bullish divergence here. We popped off the bullish divergence here. And we popped off even far bigger and most exaggerated bullish divergence too. The one that like really rings a bell. That's the one I see play out the most. Similar to this one here. Like, this one's smaller. See how like it was a little itty bitty, but like these are the biggies. The ones where they're just more of a arch to them and just kind of moving for you. So Balancer, man. Algo, after all that big news, double bottom, sitting at support, needs just to break that region, and it's off to the, it breaks this support here at 31 cents, this resistance, Algo is going to fly. Looks like it can gap itself all the way up 13%, all the way up to 36. So watch Algo, man. On the 1 hour, it's about to have a cross. Broke out of this falling wedge, popped up in a bit of a bull flag now. Can't say it is or it isn't. It is, dude. Wow. Algo looking very bullish. It's actually knocking on the door as well for a temporary breakout right here. Moving average is looking well. The 21 is curving hard, going at the 200. Looks like we'll have a golden cross. The 15-minute might even have had one already. We're getting really close. 21 is about to come for the 200. This is looking very bullish. Algo looking very, very bullish. Had it cross here on the 4 hour already. Did bounce off of the bottom here. So look for it to flag, retrace, find its space. But Algo looking really nice. I think it found its bottom. A lot of these coins found their new bottom here. You can see, man, it's textbook accumulation. They boom it up, they bring it down, it starts to move slow, and then we have our jettison. You know, they boom it up, they move it down, move slow, we have our jettison. They boom it up, they move us down, we move, and this is where these moves begin. This is where you want to accumulate. This is where they accumulate. You can see it. I'm building you guys a picture in almost every altcoin. If you can see it building up the last few days, I feel like I'm really building a strong case. And you're going to start seeing divergence on long scale. Like, you know, like this is getting flatter kind of, but this is going up more. And as you see this line, and these lines just become a little, like basically when the price angle starts getting a higher angle than you're seeing the RSI, right? In a long-term scenario like this, then you know, man, the more angle this starts changing, that's how you find the price action. You're looking at mathematics here. The mathematics will tell you. I entered OMAC Go. That's what I entered right now. OMAC Go for 2200 at 327.56. I'm down $1 right now. And Balancer yesterday. And I'm still in band. And I'm in Bitcoin for 5,700 at about 11,411. And I'm still holding Link right now. In at 10,9999. Thought we were about to break above to 11. And we did. And then we got rejected. I really like Atom as well right now. I'm sitting on a thought of Atom right now. It's really looking juicy to me. I built a bunch of case for a bunch of different altcoins tonight. I built like Ethereum Classic. Oversold here, seeing no divergence, but a little oversold. Maybe on the 1 hour we're going to catch some. Yeah, there's a little bit. 1 hour showed you your entry because you got your RSI doing its thing here. Boom, while this is booming down, your entry is basically sitting here on the second hill of the RSI, which would put you right there, and boom, you're up. Come down, up. Now you're forming a bit of a ascending triangle, in my opinion, which is bullish. Flat top as the price moves very close into that. Look for that to break back up and hit new support or resistance here and here. 2 gap ups, easy for it as it breaks this line. 3.5% gains only though, but Ethereum Classic, and kind of making its way. It's also in this very large pattern on the 1 hour. Right, so we'll eclipse those old temporary highs. Bring it back up to $6, 620, 632. Would show you 21% gains, 21%. Interesting. Out of Ethereum Classic. All right, guys, I love you. Have a wonderful night. I'm out of here too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. If you like the content, you're getting value, it's making you happy, or it's something that you love, please hit the like button. Please let someone else know. And thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful night. I can't do it without you. You can't do it without me. We can be together, a mastermind, and we can make sure we do this together. Oh, Missy, go up $2. Yes, I'm gonna sell now. I miss you guys. I love you guys. I'll catch you probably on Monday. Be safe.